When you think of a desert, you probably picture scorching sand and relentless sun. But what if I told you the biggest desert on Earth is actually a frozen wasteland? That's Antarctica, a continent of pure, mind-blowing extremes. It's absolutely massive, almost twice the size of Australia, and it holds the title for being the coldest, windiest, and highest continent on our planet. The temperatures here can plummet to unimaginable lows, making it one of the most hostile environments imaginable for life. It's a place where the very air can freeze your lungs, and the wind howls with a force that can knock you off your feet. This isn't just a cold place, it's a kingdom of ice. An unbelievable 98% of this colossal landmass is buried under an ice sheet. This isn't just a thin layer of frost, it's the largest single mass of ice on Earth, in some places nearly 3 miles thick. Imagine stacking skyscrapers on top of each other, and you're still not even close to its deepest points. This immense frozen blanket holds about 70% of the world's fresh water. If all of that ice were to melt, global sea levels would rise by a catastrophic 200 feet, completely redrawing the maps of our world. It's a staggering thought, and it shows just how important this remote continent is to the health of our entire planet. Living and working here presents a unique set of challenges. Because the continent is centered on the South Pole, it experiences seasons unlike anywhere else. For 6 months of the year, during the Antarctic summer, the sun never sets, circling the sky in a continuous loop of daylight. But this is followed by 6 months of perpetual darkness during the brutal winter. This constant cycle of light and dark messes with your sense of time and rhythm. In fact, there is no official time zone in Antarctica. The scientists living at the research stations simply use the time from their home countries, creating a strange patchwork of times all across the continent. Despite these harsh conditions, the allure of Antarctica is undeniable. It's a place of raw, untouched beauty, where nature exists in its most powerful and pristine form. The sheer scale of the ice shelves, the jagged peaks of mountains piercing through the ice, and the ethereal glow of the southern lights create a landscape that feels otherworldly. For explorers and scientists, it represents one of the last true wildernesses on Earth. It's a place less explored than the surface of Mars, holding countless secrets just waiting to be discovered beneath its thick frozen veil. Every journey here is a step into the unknown. You might think Antarctica is just a flat white expanse, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Hidden beneath that colossal ice sheet lies an entire continent of dramatic landscapes. There are vast mountain ranges buried deep under the ice, with peaks that rival the European Alps. One of these, the Gamburtsev Mountains, stretches for over 700 miles, completely concealed from view. Geologists believe these mountains are ancient, yet they have sharp, young-looking peaks because the ice has protected them from erosion for millions of years. It's a ghost world, a silent landscape locked away from sight, mapped only by radar technology that can peer through the ice. Even more surprising is the discovery of volcanoes under the ice. West Antarctica is a volcanic hotspot, with at least 138 volcanoes identified so far, and some of them are still active. Mount Erebus is the most famous, an active volcano that constantly spews gas and steam into the freezing air. It even has a permanent lava lake bubbling in its crater, a fiery heart in the middle of this frozen land. Deep within the volcano's flanks, scientists have found ice caves warmed by volcanic heat, where temperatures can be warm enough to stand in a t-shirt. These caves could be home to unique ecosystems, sheltering species that have evolved in total isolation. Perhaps the most astonishing discovery is the vast network of liquid water flowing beneath the ice. Scientists have found hundreds of subglacial lakes and rivers, kept from freezing by the immense pressure of the ice sheet above and the geothermal heat from the earth below. The largest of these, Lake Vostok, is one of the biggest lakes in the world, and it has been sealed off from the outside world for millions of years. These hidden water systems are not static. They fill and drain, causing the ice surface miles above to rise and fall. It's a dynamic living system on a continental scale. In 2022, an expedition drilled through 1,600 feet of ice and lowered a camera into one of these hidden rivers. They were expecting to find only microbes, but instead, they found a thriving ecosystem teeming with life. The camera was swarmed by thousands of tiny shrimp-like creatures called amphipods, darting through the freezing dark water. This discovery completely changed our understanding of what's possible. It proves that life can flourish in the most extreme and unexpected places on Earth. in a world that has never seen sunlight. It's a reminder that even in the planet's harshest environments, life finds a way. Today, Antarctica is a frozen desert, but it wasn't always this way. If we could travel back in time about 90 million years, we would find a completely different world. Back then, Antarctica was part of the supercontinent Gondwana and was located much closer to the equator. It was a warm, temperate rainforest, lush and green, with temperatures similar to modern-day Australia. Fossil evidence reveals a land covered in towering trees, ferns, and flowering plants. It's almost impossible to imagine this icy continent as a vibrant green paradise, but the proof is locked away in the rocks. This ancient, warm Antarctica was home to an incredible array of creatures, including dinosaurs. Paleontologists have unearthed the fossilized remains of various dinosaurs that roamed these prehistoric forests. Imagine herds of plant eaters munching on ferns while fearsome predators stalked through the dense undergrowth. These animals had to adapt to a unique challenge, months of total darkness during the polar winter. The discovery of these fossils paints a vivid picture of a lost ecosystem, a world that vanished when the climate cooled and the great ice sheets began to form around 34 million years ago, encasing the continent in ice. While the dinosaurs are long gone, life in Antarctica today is just as fascinating, with creatures that have developed incredible adaptations to survive. The most famous residents are the penguins, but the title for the largest land animal native to the continent goes to a tiny wingless midge. This insect spends most of its life as a larva, frozen solid in the ice for months on end. In the ocean, the fish have evolved a natural antifreeze in their blood. Special glycoproteins stop ice crystals from forming in their bodies, allowing them to swim in water that is literally below freezing point. Some of the most bizarre life forms are found in the most extreme places. Take Blood Falls, a 5-story tall waterfall that pours out of the Taylor Glacier. The water isn't red because of blood, it's from a hidden salt-rich lake that is full of iron. When the iron-rich water hits the air, it rusts, staining the ice a gruesome red color. The bacteria living in this trapped lake have been isolated for millions of years. With no sunlight for photosynthesis, they have evolved to get their energy from sulfates instead of sugar. A truly alien way of life that gives us clues about how life might exist on other planets. Antarctica is a land without a native population. Nobody is from here. It is a continent dedicated entirely to peace and science, governed by the Antarctic Treaty. This international agreement ensures that no country owns the land and that all research is shared freely for the benefit of humanity. Dotted across this vast wilderness are research stations, small outposts of human civilization where scientists from around the world live and work. They endure the harsh conditions to study everything from climate change and astronomy to geology and wildlife, pushing the boundaries of our knowledge. The continent is also a land of enduring mysteries. In the Ellsworth Mountains, there are several peaks with such perfectly pyramid-like shapes that they have sparked wild conspiracy theories. While geologists confirm these are natural formations called nunataks, shaped by millions of years of wind and ice erosion, their striking appearance continues to capture the public imagination. Satellite images have also revealed other strange anomalies, from what looks like a giant doorway in a rock face to a shape resembling a massive ship locked in the ice, fueling our fascination with this enigmatic land. This frozen continent acts as a time capsule, preserving a record of our planet's past climate. By drilling deep into the ice and extracting ice cores, scientists can analyze air bubbles trapped thousands of years ago. These bubbles contain samples of ancient atmosphere, allowing us to understand past temperatures and carbon dioxide levels. This information is crucial for understanding the climate change we are experiencing today. The ice tells a story, and it's a story that is becoming more urgent with each passing year as we witness the dramatic effects of a warming world on this fragile ecosystem. Ultimately, what happens in Antarctica doesn't stay in Antarctica. The health of this continent is directly linked to the health of our planet. The Thwaites Glacier, nicknamed the Doomsday Glacier, is melting at an alarming rate. Its collapse alone could raise global sea levels by 2 feet, threatening coastal communities worldwide. Studying Antarctica is not just about unveiling ancient mysteries or discovering strange creatures. It's about understanding the forces that shape our world and protecting our collective future. This great white desert at the bottom of the world holds secrets to our past and, more importantly, clues to our survival. Before you go, if you enjoyed exploring Antarctica's hidden secrets with us, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible journeys. Your support helps us uncover even more mysteries. See you in the next adventure.